Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. I'm Ace, and in this video, I will help you understand what AsyncAPI is and how to continue learning about this open source project. In this video, we will talk about the origins of the AsyncAPI specification and how it came to be, the value AsyncAPI brings to the API ecosystem, the AsyncAPI initiative and its main goals, and finally, AsyncAPI's long-term vision and future. Without any further ado, let's get started. AsyncAPI is an open source specification founded by this guy in 2017. Inspired by the OpenAPI specification, it aims at making working with event-driven architecture as easy as working with REST APIs. But how does it work? The specification describes and documents message-driven APIs in a machine-readable format. It is protocol agnostic, so you can use it for APIs that work over AMQP, MQTT, WebSocket, Kafka, Stomp, HTTP, and many more. It defines a set of files required to describe an API. These files can then be used to create utilities such as documentation, integrations, and testing tools. The AsyncAPI specification doesn't assume any kind of software topology, architecture, or pattern. Therefore, a server may be a message broker, a web server, or really any kind of program that can send or receive data. However, AsyncAPI offers a mechanism called bindings. These are basically the details that explain how messages are transmitted between different systems, like from a service component to a web application and back. They provide more specific information about the protocol being used. Thanks to these, AsyncAPI lays a foundation for a stronger ecosystem of tools for event-driven architectures. Now, let's take a look at what AsyncAPI offers. Its main contribution to the world of APIs is the standardization and simplification of the methods to describe and design event-driven architectures. We could even say that AsyncAPI is a specification that facilitates and simplifies working with APIs and speeding up the work of developers. By defining, documenting, and agreeing on how APIs communicate, AsyncAPI makes information flow more efficient and easier to manage. The AsyncAPI Initiative also builds and maintains a wide range of tools that speed up application development. These tools handle complex but essential tasks automatically, such as code generation, creating documentation, or validating your APIs. Now that we've seen what AsyncAPI offers, let's talk about the AsyncAPI Initiative. The AsyncAPI specification is maintained under the AsyncAPI Initiative, and the AsyncAPI Initiative is a community that not only maintains the specification, but also provides proper tooling support for the spec, and that goes from documentation to code generation and from discovery to event management. Right now, the AsyncAPI Initiative is focused on three big goals. First, reusability. AsyncAPI is designed to work alongside other specifications like OpenAPI, GraphQL, Avro, and Cloud Event, so developers can mix and match without starting from scratch. Second is seamless developer experience. The aim is to make it possible for anyone to create their first AsyncAPI in just a few minutes, even without prior knowledge of the specification. And lastly, growing popularity and community. Since AsyncAPI is community-driven and built under open governance, its success depends on having more and more people contributing and taking care of it. But what is the long-term goal for the initiative? The strategy is pretty clear. Keep improving the resources that makes AsyncAPI stronger and more complete. And now that AsyncAPI is hosted under the Linux Foundation, it gives the project a neutral and trusted home, ensuring its long-term growth, sustainability, and global impact. We hope you enjoyed learning about the origins of AsyncAPI and what it brings to the table in the API ecosystem. In the next video, we'll dive into the similarities and differences between AsyncAPI and OpenAPI. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.